Hey guys, welcome to this brand new journey consolidation video. Today I have with me somebody very, very special. A friend, a confidant, somebody who has literally a personality of gold and the best and the most mesmerizing smile ever. And this is, something that I say, see, you can see it now. You can see that smile, right? So I say this, with all the love and all the amazing relationship and the bond that we've built in the weeks that we worked together. So I have with me Mr. Rohit Manchanda. He's a travel enthusiast and also into full-time traveling, experiencing and sharing his experience regarding our 12-week ISP program where we worked in the body recomposition segment with him. So Rohit, let's get into it. Please introduce yourself. अपने बारे में थोड़ा कुछ बताइए. आप क्या करते हैं, कहाँ रहते हैं, और कैसे शुरू हुई हमारी ये जर्नी?
Sure. As Amitosh said, I'm Rohit Manchanda. I grew up in Delhi. Currently, I'm staying in Gurgaon. And for the last almost 12, 13 years, I'm a travel expert. I'm a travel curator. I work with a lot of inbound travelers coming into our country. So I feel like a front office for the country. I travel across the country with Rajasthan, different states, and we talk about religion, culture, food, and that is where the problem also comes for me because I eat too much. I like to experiment with food. So when I first met Amitosh, that is was one of the issues that I kind of met him with. I'm My wife and two kids are here. Even my wife is in the travel sector, and both my kids are one is a teenager, one is younger, and that requires me to be fit and kind of be around and be active, and that's how I like to live my life, and that is what brought me to ASF in the first place.
Amazing, amazing. So, guys, just to give you a little bit of insight, whoever is watching this, this is going to be very, very inspirational because I still remember the very first conversation. And it was a very real conversation that me and Rohit had, right? It then took us some time to get consolidated and get started with the journey because it was a hard hitting conversation, not just for Rohit, but for me as well. So I have to tell you this that, Rohit has had his trysts with modeling as well. If you look at his pictures from back in the day, he's been into top notch shape. And I remember the first conversation we had. He was like, if I loosen a few kilos and, get rid of the pains and, the lack of mobility and the issues that I've been having per se, that's going to be good. And now, as we sit here and record this, he's in his peak week, the final segment of our transformation.
Yeah.
We've lost over 10 plus kgs. We started at 86. We are now at 74. It's going to go down further. And we are going to get him to the exact weight and the best body composition since his modeling days. So during that time, also, you were around 73, 74, right?
Absolutely. I was around 73. Correct.
Great. So in that case, what Rohit has done has been completely phenomenal because, mind you, like he said, he's a travel curator. So the travels didn't stop, right? Neither did his love that he has for, trying new cuisines, having food. But the consolidation that happened was that now we built a process around it, right? So Rohit,
Hmm.
I want to ask you my next question. What were the changes you started seeing in yourself which kind of made you believe that being a travel curator, traveling and living your life is possible while embracing fitness and health holistically?
So I think one of the basic things was that I mean, like we did set goals, but we did not approach the program like that. It was almost like a one day at a time.
Mm.
So that gave me a lot of comfort and assurance. And I think even with the food that was that we discussed, the meal that we planned, wo sara ka sara, it was almost the same food that I was eating at home. And
Hmm.
it was just how my plate looked, kind of that changed. And usse, of course, my family is also affected. They are also eating healthier, and we are bringing in those kind of things. So, and the idea that if you are here in the city for 2 days, you do your certain workout. If you're traveling, then that workout was also given to me. It could be 10, 15 minutes only, or it could be like a longer if I had time. So keeping a balance with that. I did a summer break. We with our family, we went to Vietnam. We went to a nice resort. We had great dinners. We did everything. We had activities. There, I made sure that I'm choosing a resort which has a gym. So just it came into existence. कि that both these things are possible. ऐसा नहीं है कि I have to leave anything to be like this. I realized कि ये दोनों चीजें साथ में हो सकती हैं. And they actually enhance my experience because I love adventure. I like cycling. I go for treks almost every year. And I when I started this program, I was in the space कि यार अब शायद मैं treks नहीं कर पाऊंगा क्योंकि the way my health is going, it was affecting my back. So that is how I landed, and I think that started bringing in the confidence. I think the biggest thing that I have right now with me is confidence.
Beautiful. And I think that is the internal shift that needs to occur. A lot of times people rely on external shifts. This is what I see in my physique. This is what
Yeah,
happened. But
yeah,
so Rohit is also a very avid thinker, and I can discuss deep concepts of life with him. And that is why I resonate with him, and I'm sure he does too, with me as well.
for
And
sure.
we both do have this realization that the body is always going to be a reflection of the choices you make and how you view yourself internally. So I remember when Rohit just came in, of course, we did set up a full plan per se, a diet per se, but I knew that this was the thing which needed to change. And
Yeah,
that sometimes, does require some trial and error, some patience. But the good part was that we wanted to make sure, especially for Rohit, that, it doesn't seem to be another added hassle in his life. Because any which ways, if you're going through back pains, if there are other responsibilities that you need to cater to, the worst thing that you can possibly have is a diet that you hate eating. So the way we kind of worked with you, Rohit, was I remember, we asked you कि आप क्या खाते हो?
exactly.
आपके travel पे क्या होता है?
Absolutely.
And that is why, then we became like that fragrant flower, जिसकी जो fragrance है, it just permeated everywhere. And then the family also thought this is also a decent way of doing and eating things. And I remember one thing which stood out for me very recently. Rohit was on one of his travels, and we have a group, and in which he's sending 20,000 steps and everything. That I feel was such a big win because I remember in the earlier call that I had with you, we didn't even know if that is going to be a possibility. That was the doubt we were coming from कि पता नहीं back pain अभी है होगा कि नहीं.
Absolutely. Yes.
And like he said, he thought, he's not going to be trekking and all. And now we see, this guy's on fire. His diet is fixed. He's following everything. And then, he's sending us like ridiculous amount of steps done every day. And I think that has made a lot of difference. Would you agree to that?
Absolutely. And before I answer this, I mean, there's one thing that I just kind of came up to me. I'm like, I just remembered that I think one of the biggest realizations when I came to you and the moment I kind of we had that call was that it was that मेरे को whatever I know उस space के अंदर this is the health and this is the body that I have.
Hmm.
So it was a realization कि यार I cannot do it alone.
Hmm.
So I need people, I need support. And with that idea, I kind of approached you and I was ready to be coachable and to kind of listen to you and to listen to the rest of the team who is there and work with them. So that kind of got me going. And after that, it was just one step at a time and bringing that mindset. And I think every week, the kind of calls that we have
Hmm.
where I got to connect with the group and more than the exercise and the food, I think it was continuously stepping back and seeing that what is the mindset? What are we feeling?
Hmm.
How is the exercise occurring to us? How is the diet occurring to me? How is it troublesome? How am I approaching it? So that I think changed and of course the results then kind of started showing up. Yes.
Of course, and the results are not just weight loss, they are the $1 million smile, like I talked about
Yes,
at
absolutely.
the beginning of the video. And not just that, and also now a visible six pack coming very, very soon. He's currently in his peak week, and we will, like bombard his before and after pictures here on the video and everywhere on our socials because Rohit deserves each and every ounce of adulation that there is. And the reason for that is not his abs or the weight loss that he's done. The whole and sole reason is that he allowed himself to be coached. And that is something we discussed in great detail before we got on the program.
Absolutely.
And he told me, he said, no, Amitoj, I'm coachable. I know that this is the right time. A lot of times, people expect the coach and the team to do a lot of things,
Yeah.
but they are not ready to look within. And this was a problem I didn't have with Rohit. And it was such a pleasant experience to be working with you. And I'm very sure that the mentorship might expire, but the relationship won't for sure.
No,
So,
no.
next question for you. फिर क्या किया? Did you give up on all the travel eating that you like? Did you eat only boiled foods? कैसे आया ये सिक्स पैक? क्या किया आपने ऐसा अलग?
मैंने तो उल्टा किया काइंड ऑफ आई signed up for the program and I booked a trip to Portugal, the festival that you were just talking about. जब मैं ट्रिप पे
राइट।
गया I was walking around 20-30,000 steps a day. So कि यार ये फिटनेस का गोल भी मैंने सेट कर दिया साथ में. So when that goal was aligned, so I was very, very motivated so we got a blood test done, we got our reports done, we realized ki certain deficiencies which were there, we started working on them. That in itself kind of helped me. वो जो joint pains और वो inflammations जो थी वो चली गई नीचे. We worked on gut health, like very important. Before each meal we were eating salads, we were doing isabogol, chia seeds, whatever was required, kind of, we did those. And that rather kind of brought my energy better. My skin got better, right? And kind of I'm waking up on time and I'm kind of approaching each kind of, I'm taking on new task. So जब ये होना शुरू हो जाता है तो then it doesn't matter अगर आपने एक मील में उसको प्रोटीन ज्यादा किया है या कार्ब्स कम कर लिए हैं या स्किप कर दिया है या आज सिर्फ सूप पिया है, तो देन इट डजंट मैटर. ये आपकी एनर्जी लेवल ज्यादा है, यू आर फीलिंग गुड एंड योर क्लोथ्स आर फिटिंग बेटर. मैं तो एक्चुअली आई हैव सेव्ड मनी बाय डूइंग दिस कोर्स. मेरे जो पुराने जितने कपड़े थे वो सारे आ गए वापस. आई कैन नाउ वेयर माय डेनिम्स, माय ओल्ड टी शर्ट्स, माय ओल्ड फिटनेस गियर इज फिटिंग मी. सो आई हैव एक्चुअली मेड मोर मनी आउट ऑफ बाय डूइंग दिस प्रोग्राम.
So profound, so beautiful, and so kind of you to say, you know. I mean, I laughed at it, but this is very, very humbling for me also
No,
to.
no, it is. It's great. I mean, like my kind of kids are. I mean, like in a funny way, kind of. They said like, "Where are you getting all these clothes out from? We haven't seen you wearing them." So, and
Yeah,
it's
we've met the lovelies on the weekly call as well. एक दो बार your kids have also been there on the
yeah,
weekly calls, and it has been so much fun. अच्छा, तो रोहित, आप मुझे एक बात बताओ. मुझे याद है कि आपने पहले भी एक बहुत radical transformation अपने comparatively younger days में की थी. You know, when we
yes,
talked about and you showed us this wonderful picture, and we
absolutely.
probably, you know, post it here as well and show everybody a glimpse of Rohit back in the day. And I'm sure he's much better now, but still आप लोग देख के बताना. So जब
Sure.
आपने वो किया और अब जब आपने you worked with us in the mentorship, how
Hmm.
was the experience different from going to a regular gym, having protein shakes and getting the
Right.
physique? What you feel was different that you could do this again, even when you thought in the beginning that it might or might not be a possibility?
I think, see, at that time, definitely more energy. I was young, and I think one of the approaches to health is similar to how we approach life. It's almost like that. You have to make it. You have to even make it in the gym. You have to make it in your life. तो वो ट्रांसलेट होता है इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि बहुत हैवी वेट उठा लूं, स्टेरॉइड्स ले लूं, मतलब समथिंग विच इज नॉट इवन रिक्वायर्ड.
Hmm.
एंड देन द अदर वाज दैट व्हेन यू गो एंड वर्क विद अ कोच, what they do is here, the day you post, the day you reach the gym, first day they'll say कि नहीं नहीं आपको एक्स्ट्रा करना है, let's push it, नहीं नहीं ये करना ही है, let's make it, अरे. And lot of people end up with injuries and they never visit the gym again.
Hmm.
And I think my last experience with working very heavy, doing very heavy workouts and everything, तो I realized यार अच्छी body जो है वो आराम से नहीं बनती है, आपको you will have to slog a lot. And
Hmm.
I think all those signages, no pain, no gain, and kind of all of those will kind of plays out very much.
Hmm.
So this time, because I have two kids, my wife is there, their family responsibilities, their work responsibilities, and to manage health with that is nothing short of a miracle. Ki, 3 दिन, we started with 3-day workout,
Right.
and we took it easy. Repetitions were easy. I was able to finish my workout in 35-40 minutes.
Hmm.
It didn't feel a burden at all. कि यार बाहर गए, I would go out for an evening walk. उतनी देर में तो मैं वर्कआउट करके वापस आ जाता था.
अरे वाह.
You started to kind of get that pace, and then you started to notice कि यार घर में खाना क्या आ रहा है. We are right now. I think a lot of people are very aware the organic food and cold press oils and many other things. We include them in our diet, but I think the composition goes bad.
Hmm.
So that diet and nutrition, and I think even before we started, as I was mentioning earlier also, that we did a blood test. We got the nutrition checked. So it was a very holistic approach to the whole thing. And that gave me a lot of confidence here. I'm taking a 3 month program. It might take 4 or 5, but ye ho jayega. I'm in the right direction. Everything is now being considered. The macros are being discussed, the micros are being discussed.
Right.
And that gave me a lot of confidence कि यार बाकी तो फिर मुझे ही करना ही है जाके.
Hmm.
Rest I have to do. बाकी चीजें have been taken care by the team.
ब्यूटीफुल ब्यूटीफुल रोहित और नहीं, ये तो मैंने आपको स्टार्टिंग में ही कहा था दैट इट्स गोना बी आउटकम बेस्ड एंड आई
Yeah,
रिमेंबर लाइक ऑफ कोर्स वी डिड गिव रोहित एन एक्सटेंशन एज वेल एंड वी दैट इज समथिंग दैट इज predominantly available to all the people that we work with because the idea is to get you to from point A to point B. अगर आप वहां तक ही नहीं पहुंचे तो फिर क्या है. एंड
and
वन
yeah,
थिंग आई रिमेम्बर जब रोहित के साथ काम कर रहे थे तो इंजरी एक बहुत बड़ा इंजरी और पेन्स वाज अ वेरी बिग इशू दैट वी डिस्कस प्रिडोमिनेंटली इन ग्रेट डिटेल. And तभी मुझे याद है that of course I told this to Rohit as well and I understood this in my coaching brain as well that Rome isn't built in a day. And in order for you to holistically embrace this, it would take in time. And that is
absolutely,
why while we were working with Rohit, things were set up in a way that we gradually build in momentum. I remember like sometimes there were group huddle calls that we had and
absolutely.
we told Rohit कि नहीं 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 इतना तो push करना पड़ेगा and then he had a perspective back. So but I have to say, Rohit, like in the EOD calls that we have with the entire team, I mean, it has been a very, very rare occurrence that हमें discuss करना पड़ता है कि कैसे आपको वापस track पे लाया जाए because you were very very clear from the very beginning. Even
Correct.
though you deviated, you knew that अच्छा अब मुझे ये करना पड़ेगा वापस आने के लिए. And that is
Yes,
what made working with you such a pleasure. And I'm so happy that we could holistically embrace this and we could give you this belief
right.
कि सारे जो factors are in consideration है and
You were
सारे
talking
factors
about
हमसे
the
happy.
injury, Amitul, you were talking about the injury. Matlab 2002 was a very stressful time for me. Travel work was not happening, and there were a lot happening in the house and in the family, and you're losing people and all. वो सब कुछ चल रहा था. And in that, I think again, वो इतना stress हो गया कि that I was lifting something very heavy, which was again not required, but kind of I did it, and that caused a major back injury.
Right.
And it was almost like my spine popped. I was, on that day, I was on my computer chair with wheels. I really couldn't walk that day. I thought, this will be a surgery. I'll go into the hospitals and everything. So somehow, I met right people and kind of I just continued doing the workout that, strengthening and bringing the muscle back. And with that fear, I entered the program that, that probably I'm taking the program, but I'll not be able to do it. But the way you guys handled it and continuously it was like, with conversations, with the right your tests being done, diet being monitored. It was amazing. I mean, like it didn't feel that it was an online course. It felt like, I had people just like, just a phone call away, kind of like that.
Beautiful.
So
Thank
that
you.
was, I think that is something that I'm walking out with, kind of, that, and I'll have no, don't have to hide this course from anybody. Kind of, I'll more than I'll be advertising this.
Thank you. Thank you
Sure.
so much. This is very humbling and very wonderful of you to say. And one great thing that when I started, and this is just out of conversation that I want to share with you. So when I started with this was the one sole thing that I wanted to change in fitness was that every time you're taught just to push more, you go to a
Yes.
gym, somebody who doesn't even have half the knowledge as you will just say stuff like no pain, no gain,
Right.
and in that the lack of prowess, the lack of doing things correctly,
Yeah.
once you experience that, तो उसी की वजह से क्या होता है that a lot of people get injured,
Hmm.
and as a result of those injuries, they get scared of actually putting their body through any sort of resistance. But the only way forward is doing resistance training, but the right way and building strength.
Correct.
That is why it is just a very little effort that we have, that we want to change the steroid culture and get back people because their bodies are naturally capable of a lot, considering you follow the right process as well. And of course, that is what we try to do with you as well, Rohit. And you say that you're working out. I'm saying that is just what you think because our calls are going to be open for you every time. Our superstars group is going to be active. So, like
Absolutely.
I said, the mentorship might be over. The relationship is here to stay. And of course, please do the advertisement so that we can help more people like you.
No, what you were saying, I think one thing that we missed on in what all we have discussed right now
Yeah,
is that, that you are also making each one of us, all the people who are there working with you, you are making us self-reliant.
right.
You know, there were times that we would reach out and I said that no, there is nothing to reach out. You've been given all the information, go through it, understand it, because if you understand it, then even when this kind of gets over, I will be living this lifestyle. It is not a program that I just joined. It is a matter of kind of lifestyle getting, completely transformed with this.
Got it. So, Rohit, is that the learning which stood out for you the most? Or is there anything else?
Absolutely. The day that I am walking out over here with kind of, lot of confidence that, that of course the team is there, the group is there, but the learnings that I have,
Hmm.
these are for life. This is something, it's almost like an attitude. It's a view of life that I am moving out now with. And wherever I'm traveling, I'm trekking, whatever I'm doing, I know I'll be choosing the right food. And if I deviate, I can come back. If I want to deviate, then how do I do it? I even have tools for that. मुझे रात को पार्टी करनी है, मैं आज दिन में I'll reduce my calories, I'll take my calories there. So
Absolutely.
that simple balance that I have is that that is what the whole team is leaving me with, and kind of so thank you for that.
Beautiful. So, final question to you, Rohit.
Yes.
And there are two parts of this question. One,
Okay.
now that you're leaving with what you just told us that you're leaving with, it's a lot of profound wisdom and a profound sense of applicability everywhere
Yes.
in health and fitness. So, number one, what are your future plans up now that you have these tools with you? And number
Right.
two, this video is going to be watched by people who are looking at you for inspiration, right? They are
Right.
looking at your journey and they are in the same state where you were probably a couple of months ago, wherein you were planning to get started, but life, old mindsets,
Right.
certain worldviews about health and fitness were coming in their way. Maybe it was their routine, maybe it was their family, maybe they are not attuned to the reality wherein they can take care of career, health, right, and other social instances of life together. So उनके लिए आपका क्या मैसेज होगा जो शुरू तो करना चाहते हैं पर उन्हें कोई ना कोई चीज रोक रही है. So future plans and your message for people who are watching you.
Got it. So, to address the first one, I think my future plans are thankfully pretty much set. I mean, as I told you, I'm a travel professional, and my travel season is coming ahead. I'm going to be meeting top, professionals, individuals from around the world will be coming over here. That requires a lot of energy. That requires a lot of kind of, planning, thinking, being on the feet at all the time. So I'm very excited for my season right now. I'm healthy. I'm in great shape. I'm going to be wearing wonderful, these hand block printed and, khadi shirts, and they are going to be looking wonderful. So I'm going to be promoting the textile of my country. I'm very proud of that. I'm going to be traveling, giving the guests the experience that they want. So I have the energy for that. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm not afraid. I'm not kind of, fearful of what's going to happen. So a lot of very good travel, great conversations, meeting people around, and that is what I look forward to. And while I do this, when I come back home, I'll still have the energy to have great time with my kids and my wife and my family. So a lot of balance is what I kind of, is present for me, and a lot of fun and a lot of balance kind of with family.
With a six pack beneath the textiles that you're
With the six pack, that's what I'm saying. It look great. That's what I was saying. With
Beautiful.
the shoulders popping out and kind of, the six pack, and that's all I need. And of course, I'm already have the smile. So no worries about that.
Yeah. Now it's a full package. And what about your message to the people who are watching you? Who might be
Absolutely.
watching, they're like, इनके साथ शुरू करें ना करें उनके लिए क्या कहोगे?
So one is, of course, don't think twice. They have to jump in. You are experts in your life. You are doing great. Each individual has such one great experiences. It might be IT. It could be, you could be a lawyer. You could be whoever you are. You could be a housewife. You could be a doctor. So you have your unique schedules. But all I want to say is that ASF customizes to whatever needs that you have. And that should not be an excuse to not be fit and have a great time with your family, friends, and do whatever you want to do in life. And even if you love travel, I mean, like to be fit and traveling is amazing. Go do horse rides, trek, just a simple walk on the beach wherever you travel to. So all that is possible with whatever work you are doing. And I think this coaching not only tells you that health is possible as another add-on to whatever you are doing in your life, but rather it gives you confidence of taking on new things.
Hmm.
That yeah, I can do my work and I can do health. I can even add another thing. I can add another thing to it. So all these hobbies get added, your passions get added, and I think that gives you a very content and a wonderful feeling. I mean, like before you go back to bed to sleep, you feel complete and wholesome that you took care of your family and yourself and you did whatever you did. So that is what my message is for everyone, that jump in, go for it, be healthy, and live the life that you want.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So, on such a great note, we will conclude this beautiful journey consolidation interview with Rohit. Firstly, Rohit, I would like to thank you for taking out time from your schedule. I know your travel is underway, you're undergoing peak week, a lot of emotional states are coming in your way.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I wish you all the success and
Thank you.
all the positive attitude, all the positive vibrations going in your way so that you go and represent the country while you're traveling. You meet great people and represent yourself not just as the epitome in you know your field of expertise, but also in health and fitness now as well.
For sure.
And I
For
wish
sure.
you all the very success so that you keep crushing it, not just in health and fitness, but in all other areas of your life as well. And you maintain the results that you have. We'll be sharing our maintenance guidelines with you once we end your mentorship. So we've
Yeah.
got that covered as well. And guys, yes, this is it. I seriously hope you guys received some value out of this beautiful conversation, a very candid conversation that I had with Rohit today. And most importantly, got motivated to start your fitness and health journey right now, not 6 months into the future. And whatever your fitness goals are, we here at ASF are here to help you achieve them in a quick, rightful, and sustainable manner. And we are going to be soon back with another testimonial interview. Until then, I'm Coach Amitoj, the founder at ASF. And with me, I have my brother and a very good confidant now, Rohit, both are bidding adieu to you. So thank you, Rohit, for your time. And bye bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you. Take care.